Welcome back to episode 42 of Working on a Title. I'm Carson Custer,
And I'm Michael Douglas.
and it's been a very uneventful week for me at least. Uh,
I'm back at school. There's nothing going on.
yeah, it's either I'm work or not work, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and not much other than that. Uh, so yeah, not really a whole lot's been going on. Just been kind of getting by. Um, it's gonna be one of those episodes. I feel like.
I do feel like it's gonna be one of those episodes.
It's gonna be a slow one. Um, but it's probably good to note that like I'm all good now. I don't think I ever had COVID at any
Oh, did you
point.
get tested?
I haven't
Oh, did
gotten
you get a test
tested.
back?
But yeah, my first test, the test I got was negative. So
Hmm. Nice.
yeah, I think I'm okay. But it was definitely a crazy time. But I think we're past it now. So
Yeah, that's always a huge concern.
yeah, and I'm glad it's gone by and oh, the inauguration happened. That was cool.
Oh, just just the inauguration.
That was cool, I guess.
I watched like a quarter of it.
I didn't watch it.
It
And
was
it's just
it's like,
eh,
dude. Okay, I'm sorry if you're religious. We had a whole episode hating on religion. Oh my god, I'm balding. You had a whole episode hating on religion, but God, fucking separate church and state.
yeah.
They said God like about 1,000 times during
Well,
the
it's so old.
inauguration.
It's like old fashioned, it's a lot of old people, you
I
know?
get the one line when he says when he's going through the actual speech, you say "So help me God" or like something like that. Um, but like they were like, and God has let this day become one of the best one. Like, shut the fuck up. Give me some
Thanks to him.
policy. Get rid of that stupid religion shit. Like, you believe what you want outside of politics. In politics, you're atheist.
I guess that's the way it is.
That's the way it
I
should
mean,
be. It's not the way it is. It's the way it should be.
yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion. I don't particularly care too much. It's like do what you want. If they want to be religious, be religious, you
I
know?
mean, yeah. Like, I'm not saying like you shouldn't be religious.
Yeah.
Just like when you're making political decisions, we
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
Yeah. You're right. Never mind. You're right. I retract my statement. You're right.
So
Michael's
like,
right.
yeah, I'm right. I'm always right.
He's always right. I don't
I'm
know.
just I'm
That's
just big brain, big massive noggin.
big, the big massive noggin of 90.
I'm running for Pennsylvania governor, so a vote for me is a vote for me.
Watch out, Tom Wolf.
I'm coming for you like a bobcat.
I'll show you who the real wolf is. That was
We
dumb.
ain't a pack, bitch. I'm the alpha.
So dumb. So dumb. We should just stop now.
Stop what?
This.
Let's just stop.
Everything.
Let's
Let's
just
shut it all
stop
down.
politics. Let's just shut down
Stop
the country.
listening. It's a
We should
call
just
to cease and desist.
all we
No more
gotta do is say
callback.
Nintendo 3 times and then we get a cease and desist.
Yeah. Honestly, I saw a funny thing. It was like this it's a meme, but it was like this like poor Venezuelan kid,
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's like, so him and his grandfather made this like cardboard Game Boy, and it gained enough publicity that Doug Bowser personally flew to Venezuela to give the kid a cease and desist, and his family put his family in $200 million of debt. They
That's funny
would,
as fuck.
they would. Nintendo would do that. They really do. Just like
I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
they're so because it's like they're so protective of their properties, like so protective.
Like, Disney does the same shit, but we don't really talk about Disney because they're just we
No
know
one
they're
cares.
bad. But
No one
like,
cares about Disney.
yeah, no one cares about Disney.
It's so funny because I feel like no one really is that obsessed with Disney. But like they own so much that it's hard not to just enjoy something Disney, you know?
It's usually um middle-aged white women
Yeah.
that love Disney. They
Well, I mean,
love it.
if you think like recently, like I mean, Mandalorian, people love That's Disney.
Yeah, you're right.
That's Disney through and through.
Fuck,
Avengers,
man.
Disney through and through. Like so much of that stuff, like Star Wars has become Disney, and it's really lost a lot of that like charm and
Hmm.
whatnot. Disney, like who likes? I was also having this conversation with someone who actually likes Mickey Mouse. Who's like a big Mickey Mouse fan? No one.
No
No
one
one
I
cares
know.
about because Disney doesn't even like Mickey Mouse anymore. He's just the face.
They just did another fucking thing where they renewed his dumbass copyright, so no one can use them still.
I don't like that. I don't like
He
why
should be
why
public domain.
it should think like I don't know, let people make fan stuff. That's what I don't get. It's like people are if people make fan stuff of the thing, they're just showing their appreciation. Like a lot of the stuff people make, it's also free. Most of the things that people are making, like these fan projects, are things that people are putting out for free. It's not like they're making any money, and it's not like Nintendo's losing any money. It's like for the most part, I feel like they could gain, be like, oh, this is a cool thing. Maybe I'll check out the real deal, you know?
But my brand,
But my intellectual property is being stolen.
they're slowly like taking back every property that um like that the companies they acquired lost. Like everything from Fox, from like Marvel, such as Spider-Man, X-Men, that's all I know. Just X-Men and
Yeah,
Spider-Man, which were the two big ones.
yeah,
X-Men has like 7 movies.
yeah. Well, what wasn't there an issue with? Oh, Sony. Yeah, there was an issue with Sony and
Yeah, it's Sony.
Marvel because Sony still has Spider-Man,
Mhm.
and they had an issue. Now there's not going to be. I think they're ending Spider-Man soon. There's like
There's
a
a
deal to.
there's a third one coming out.
Yeah,
That's with all 3 Spider-Men.
that's crazy. That's pretty cool.
I don't know.
I like
That,
Spider-Man.
I mean, I do too, but I don't know.
I
It'd be
don't
cool if they
know.
had Miles in there.
Miles Morales.
Yeah. Honestly, best shit that's ever come out of Disney is. Wait, was that Disney? Or was that Sony?
Which one? What are you talking about?
Spider Verse.
I I don't know. I don't think it was Disney.
I think it was
Yeah, because
Sony.
it was on Netflix for a very long time,
Hmm.
and when Disney Plus was a thing. So I don't think it is Disney.
It's not on Disney Plus,
It was on
according
Netflix. I don't
to.
think it's on Netflix anymore, which I'm upset because I wanted to watch it. I've been saying I wanted to watch it for like ever, and then I just never did because I'm
It's
terrible
really
about
good.
doing that.
It's a Sony.
No, I've seen the movie. I've seen it. I saw it in theaters, but I wanted to watch it again at home. But I'm really bad about like when I say I'm gonna watch something, I don't.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a show like Breaking Bad. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Breaking Bad. I never do, and I'm never going to. Like, I will never watch it, even though I know I will enjoy it. I will not watch it.
I'm the same way. Like, I have these movies on my Hulu list, and it's like all these animes I want to watch. I will never watch them. I will
Yeah,
never sit down and just watch them.
but the thing is, like, I know the second I get into it, I'm gonna love it. Cause like,
Yeah.
like Dragon Ball, I was like, I'm gonna sit down, like, I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball. I'm gonna like when I think in the moment I wasn't even like crazy about doing it. I was just like, I'm gonna do it because like I don't know, just I guess it might be interesting. I watched it. I was hooked for weeks watching it. I know I will get hooked watching any show. I will. I'll get hooked.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite animes, The Rising of the Shield Hero,
Mhm.
is 24 episodes long with like they're like I think 30-minute episodes. Might be wrong. Um, not a long show. Like it takes like maybe 3 or 4 hours to watch. Um, 12 hours to watch. Takes 12 hours to watch. But I watched all of it up until the last 2 episodes. Didn't watch those last 2 episodes, and then let it sit there for like 7 months.
Oh my gosh.
And I was
Two
like,
episodes.
yeah. And then I was like, I gotta go back and watch the show again. And eventually, I did. Eventually, I went back and I watched. I skipped the first episode because I hate that episode because it's a really good episode, but it's like bad stuff happens to the main character that I don't like. Um,
I love that. I feel like you do that a lot where it's not so much like you'll be like, this thing's good, but I don't like it. Not because if it's poorly made. I don't like it because bad things happen and make me mad.
yeah,
It's
that's
so
exactly
funny.
okay. So in the first episode, the main character gets teleported to a new dimension with a shield attached to his arm. He can't fight anything because he has only the shield. Um, and he
Shield
befriends.
could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, but
Side note,
yes,
Shield could do a lot of
it
damage.
could. But in this thing,
Ever heard of Captain America?
when he throws the shield away, it comes back, but like not like in the way you'd think. Like it just teleports back.
But that'd be great. You throw it, you hit someone, it teleports back into your arm.
You're right. They never actually do anything with that. Like he does kill things, but I don't think he like uses his shield to kill things other than with something else. But he befriends like the princess and she fights with him and he buys her a bunch of shit. Um and then like that night he gets dragged into the courtroom and she accuses him of trying to rape her. And then this starts like the long process of everyone in the kingdom hating him. Um because he's been like misaccused and there's a bunch of like things against the shield hero and shit like that. But yeah, I just don't like to watch that happen because
It just makes you
it makes me
sad.
sad. It makes me really, really sad.
There, I guess. I mean, I'm sure there are things like that for me, but I feel like it's not so much like, oh, it's gonna make me. That's so sad. It's more of like, this is. It's like gruesome, probably something gruesome where I'm like, oh, this is probably really good, but like I don't want to watch it because it'll make me vomit. Because broken bones and stuff, I hate broken bones. Broken bones make me.
Have you played Far Cry 3?
Yeah, I know.
The part where he picks up his thumb and it's broken, he just goes,
Yeah, or he takes the knife and he gets a bullet out of his
gets a bullet
wrist.
out.
I'm like,
So
ugh.
you're not a gore fan?
It's bone. It's only like when there's like broken bones. Like I don't know. That's the thing that bothers me is broken bones. Other than that, like arm blown on, it's fine.
Hmm.
Broken bones.
Fucking
that
cut his arm off. Don't show me the bone.
well, that's the thing. Is like no, but the thing is like if there's like because yeah, I mean it'd bother me if I saw someone's arm broken, their bone was sticking out. That would bother me. It's still when it's still attached. When it's not attached, I'm like, okay, it's not bending the wrong way because it's not there.
Just don't make it bend the wrong way. Just
Exactly.
take it off.
Exactly. But when it's like an arm is just like broken and there's no and it's just like I'm like it does that's not supposed to happen.
I feel
That's not right.
I'm a huge like I'm not like a gore fan, but I'm a huge fan of realistic gore, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Like Kill Bill Volume 1. Yeah, where she kills like 90 people with a katana and there's just blood everywhere. I'm not against that, but I'm not like a huge fan of that. I'm a huge fan of the there's a scene in this show called Gangs of London where he walks into a bar and just beats up a bunch of people, like, and then it's just so good. But it's like it's not super gory, but it's like, oh, this would incapacitate a few people.
Yeah. There
Speaking
was
of broken bones, he drags a guy over to the side of a bar with his leg and fucking breaks it on.
oh ah I hate that. I hate that.
Good
Ugh.
shit. Good shit.
I remember when I was younger when The Sopranos was still on TV. I never really watched too much Sopranos. I've heard it's good.
Harsh
I
good.
remember as a kid, I was in the living room and The Sopranos was on, and I remember the main guy. He walked into this place and he grabs this dude. He knows him somehow. I don't know. Again, I never really watched it. He like grabs him and he like puts his mouth on like this like iron furnace and then stomps on his head. Yeah, that
Like a curb stomp.
I will never forget that. It doesn't like, but like the implication is there because you see it and like you hear the noise and like you don't see it, but like all the elements are there to where you can kind of get a clear picture of what happened.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I was just like, oh, God, ugh, I'm like what 12? Like I'm scarred.
He's sitting there. God, I'm 11, 12?
I'm 11.
What am I seeing?
I don't remember what year is it. I
Yeah.
don't even know.
When you're young, I think young gore really influences how you feel about things. American
Yeah.
History X has a similar scene that really scarred a bunch of people, where the main character curb stomps a black guy. Like he makes him bite the curb and then curb stomps him, and people were like, "Fuck that!" Like
I feel like I've seen that. Wait, what is it called?
American History X.
I think I've seen that on TV.
Yeah, it's with Edward Norton.
Edward Snowden.
Not Snowden. Snowden. Um,
Yeah, no, that's yeah. I think I've seen that too. That's yeah. It's crazy.
it's wild.
Messed up.
Speaking of gore, not necessarily gore, but
Speaking of Al
fight
Gore,
scenes. Fight scenes. So there's a lot of fight scenes are just hand to hand combat, right?
yeah, I
And that's
guess.
cool. Like people usually with like knives or whatever, or just like they know kung fu, whatever the fuck. But like, there's no like good examples of realistic fighting scenes where they use specifically. I'm talking about where they use the environment to their advantage, such as in the Gangs of New York scene I was talking about. He uses like a cigarette tray to beat up someone. He uses the bar. He uses a dart. He uses like the one of the fucking like one of the kill that not the kill the like incapacitate that caused me to cringe the hardest is he was outside with fighting with this guy against a wall, and the wall is like a sedimentary rock, like you know like the sandy like wall rock that is
Mhm.
used sometimes. He
Yeah.
takes his face and shoves it up against the wall and drags it down. So
Ugh.
like you get like the blood is behind it. It's really good. But like that made me cringe. But like there's not a lot of fight scenes in movies that really incorporate the environment as
I
well
think
as that.
there's a scene in John Wick. I know one of the John Wick movies. There's a scene where it's there's like they're in this place with all these knives and whatnot. And I remember seeing this scene and like, yeah, well, because like that scene, it's incredible.
It's
Like
incredible.
I've seen parts of it. It's really cool. It's like I need to watch those movies because they look incredible. Like the fight scenes and whatnot are just out of this world. Because I remember, yeah, he's like throwing the knives at the guy on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so good.
John Wick does a really good job about environmental fighting scenes,
Hmm.
in addition to a good amount of like gun combat. Um, that is a series of movies I will say has done it well.
Yeah,
That movie's I mean, like, there's a reason they're so popular. Is because they do fighting really, really well, and I think it's gonna be a new um sort of wave of like John Wick esque movies um that come after this. But I think it might have been stunted by COVID. Uh, but because a lot of fighting movies are shaky cam. You know what I'm talking about? Like they cut like
hate it.
40 times in the matter of a minute.
Civil War did that. Captain America: Civil War. The beginning of that movie gave me a massive headache, and then for the rest of the movie, I had a headache. It was so shaky. It was not good. So many people praised that movie and loved it. I'm like, how? It was not good. It was a terrible movie. And
Uh,
then Black Panther's dad dies, and his like that like the bomb goes off, and I love this. He's like his dad dies, and then he like looks over, and his dad is laying in this rubble, and he has like a rock under his head, like a freaking pillow. He's just like laying there peacefully. I'm like, how? Like so
Fucking
calmly, he's just
concrete
like,
blanket.
like he's just
Son,
calmly
I am
laying there.
dead.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm gonna die now. I mean,
Yeah, I've never seen Civil War. That's the one I haven't seen.
don't. It's like 3 hours, and I mean, the only good part is Spider-Man is in it for like a few minutes, and then that's it. And the
Yeah,
airport fight
the
scene isn't
airport
even
fight
that
scene.
good.
It's fine. There's not a
It's
lot
not
goes
that
on.
great.
Like a lot of
No,
people praise that fight scene. Nothing happens.
it's not good. It's not good. That movie is not good. It's a bad movie.
Um, yeah, I'm still pissed about that fight scene because like they really hyped it up.
Well,
Like
yeah,
that's
'cause
it. That was in
Spider-Man.
all of their things. Yeah, and then it's like nothing happens.
It's short. It's boring. It's not good.
What is the best Marvel fight scene other than the Endgame one
In game one, I mean, I feel like
or
that fight
the
scene gets
Infinity
a
War one?
pass because it's like it. It's just everyone, and it's cool. You
We'll say
know.
the worst part about that fight scene was I'm not sexist, but the girl power scene.
Well, it's like it was so spearheaded. It was so
It was
forced
so
and shoved in.
obvious, dude. You know, Captain Marvel, she just ran through a fucking ship. Like literally ran through without blinking this fucking spaceship. And she's like, "Don't worry, I have help." If it was anybody else, I would be a little bit better with it, but since it was Captain Marvel, like she should have no problem. She should have
Yeah.
no
You just
problem.
gotta like think about like the powers they have. I mean, I think it's a good thing, like I think it's like important to do that kind of thing, but like there's probably a better way to work it in. Like
There's got to be a better way to do
there's
that.
a better way to do it. But yeah, no, that fight scene was cool. And like I what the so like at first it's cool, but when you think about it, it's really like not as the part where Captain America gets Thor's hammer. Super cool concept. But when you think about it, you're like, no one can do that. It doesn't like no one can wield that. Like Thor's the only one. But somehow, just because, it literally the writers said, we just thought it would be cool. There's no sort of reason for
No,
it.
it's because his heart is so pure, or whatever.
I say I don't buy it.
I mean, he's a better person than Thor, so fuck it. I buy it.
Then why can Thor wield it?
I don't know.
Exactly. The fact that your reaction is means it's not good.
Yeah, he's so
Not thought
righteous
out.
or whatever. But yeah, it's if you're worthy, you gain the powers of Thor. I mean, he did technically gain the powers of Thor, not with all the cool shit though. Though
I don't know.
I will say, aside from him getting the thing, which was like kind of flawed, his use of it, the like 30 seconds after he gets it,
It's cool.
so sick because he uses both his shield and the hammer. Like he throws the shield behind Thanos and then throws the hammer at the shield. So
Yeah.
it like causes that wave that happened in the first Avengers movie.
It's very cool.
Oh,
It's good. They did a good job like choreographing it, but the
yeah.
logistics. Maybe I'm pure of heart and I can wield Thor's hammer.
I
Go to
got too
Mount
many
Olympus.
bitches on my mind.
Try. Is there a Mount Olympus? Is that the thing? Is Zeus an Avenger?
I don't think in this one because that's Norse mythology. Thor is Norse.
I mean, I don't know. I think Zeus is Thor's dad.
You're no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Odin is Thor's dad.
See, I don't think you're right. So Odin's an Avenger.
No, I don't think I don't think you can be an Avenger by association.
No, I think he is. Loki's an Avenger.
Loki's an Avenger.
Loki's an Avenger, and therefore, since Loki's an Avenger, that means Hades is also
coolest
one.
fight scene. Thor Ragnarok when they're on the bridge.
I've never seen Thor Ragnarok.
Boy, you got to. It's so good.
I won't. I told myself I'm done with Marvel movies. I don't care anymore.
Top 3 movies: Ragnarok, Winter Soldier, Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen Winter Soldier. I don't think I've seen any of those, honestly.
Winter Soldier is very weird because Ragnarok and Spider-Man 1 are very like more lighthearted kind of things.
Mhm.
Like Ragnarok is just like brilliant comedy action movie. And it really like redefines Thor as a character into a much better character. Um, but Winter Soldier is dark and serious and like everything that Marvel tried to be early on. But then they just did it right for Winter Soldier. And it's a brilliant movie, like cinematographically, cinematography beautiful. Like it's just a beautifully shot movie.
I can see it. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't know, and I probably have no plans of seeing it. I don't care enough. I don't care enough about seeing Marvel movies anymore. I
Yeah,
just it ship sailed. It's
it's the same thing with Star Wars. Like I don't like any of the movies, like any
yeah.
of the movies.
Well, let's back it up a little bit there, buddy. Let's not say something that's just like
I like the first movie, Episode 1,
Phantom Menace is
with
actually good.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, Phantom Menace is actually good though. That's a thing.
Which one's that? The first one?
Yeah, it's well, no, I mean the first one is technically
Uh,
episode 4.
Yeah, I mean Episode 1.
Yeah, episode 1, Phantom Menace.
I've only seen Episode 3 and 7 and 9.
See, that's your that was your that's the mistake is that you are watching the old. I mean the new ones. New ones are actually garbage.
They're actually garbage. 7 is okay, but 9 is garbage. Except for one scene. There's one specific scene that's like an amazing feat of graphical effects, and that's the starship scene where everyone shows up. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty PogChamp.
Well, you saw episode. Don't tell me anything about episode 9.
Oh yeah, that's the one you don't want to
Yeah, I don't.
spoil.
There's no spoilers. No spoilers.
I didn't spoil anything. That was just like,
I swear to you, son of a bitch.
no, it wasn't spoiling.
I'll fucking
I fucking killed you. The their TV shows are good though. Most of the Star Wars TV shows are good.
Yeah, well, because I remember the one as a kid I watched a lot was the animated. I think it was the Clone Wars. It was like the
Clone Wars.
2D animated one.
They had the Clone Wars, and then the Clone Wars 3D, which is the one I watched, which is fucking fantastic. And then they had Star Wars Rebels, which was fine. It was for kids, so it wasn't as good.
Hell yeah,
Um,
kids.
and then the Mandalorian. I think that's all the TV shows that they've had.
Mandalorian's actually good.
I heard it's really good.
It's fantastic.
The Mandalorians are my favorite race of my favorite race in the Star Wars universe because they're just so badass and so cool.
Yeah,
Um,
they're pretty cool. They're like the blood gang and whatnot. you know,
I like the Mandalorians before they were cool. Before
always got to be that guy. Always got to be the guy that's like
I like Jango Fett.
I like Boba, Baba, Baba,
Boba Fett.
Baba Fett,
Boba.
Bubba, Bubby.
I like the word queen, and my ship doesn't fly correctly.
I love Bubba.
His ship. Okay, my phone is his ship. He gets on in the back, right?
Yeah.
So he'd expect it to like fly like this. No, it fucking goes vertical
And it
and
goes,
then flies forward.
It's
That's like,
it's the least aerodynamic.
Yeah, it's the least aerodynamic fucking ship. It doesn't make any sense aerodynamically. It's flat on the back.
That
and
is
then,
so
like,
funny.
the wind resistance would just be nuts. I mean, space doesn't. You don't need it, but when you're flying from the ground to Poorly
Very good.
designed boba.
I never thought about that. That is so good. Why are they all catching up to me?
I gotta go faster.
You can't because the ship's just like, well, you fucking idiot. Why'd you design your ship like that?
And like you have no sense of scale either. Like you're flying through an asteroid field. Well, a Star Wars asteroid field where they're all really close.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you just fucking scrape your dick on the because like the ship is like just a U with like a little thing sticking out. You're
Yeah.
just scraping your bottom on one of the fucking asteroids. Like, oops, I gotta fit through here. Like
It's so bad. Wow, I never really thought about it.
the Slave One is a poorly designed ship.
Is that what it's called?
It's a Slave One, yeah.
Wow.
It's like it looks like a totem of undying from Minecraft. That's literally what it looks like.
It's yeah, it's I mean, like when I was a kid I thought it was really cool, but like now that you bring it up, Michael, you make a very good point. It's a really poorly designed ship.
Yeah, as a kid, I was like, "That's cool." Wait, it's flying like that?
Wait, why is it like this? Why are you like this?
Why do that? Boba,
Why are you
please.
like this?
Green man with gun, please?
Green man with gun. Green man with gun and jetpack that goes zoom.
With the guns that sound cool. The boo the TIE fighters were always cool to me. Those are the
Yeah.
coolest ships to me.
What's
But
the noise they make in space?
it's apparently a slowed down elephant noise.
Huh.
But the sound they make is just it's like there's an okay scene in 7 where like it's quiet and you can hear the TIE fighter coming because it just goes and they're like TIE fighter.
You can hear it coming from a mile away. So Battlefront 2 is free on Epic Games for a little bit.
¿Por qué?
Why? Because that's what Epic Games does.
Battlefront. Oh, the Star Wars one.
Yeah.
I thought
The
you meant
new-
Battlefield.
No, Battlefront 2. And my friend was telling me about this mode and I played it last night. It's so funny. So there's this mode called Ewok Hunt. And what happens is it's like infection where the Empire has lost it's like the Empire is lost at this point and you're waiting for evacuation on that planet. I forget the name of the planet.
Endor.
You're waiting for evacuation on Endor throughout the night. So you have to survive the night and there are Ewoks coming for you. It's pitch black. All you have is a flashlight. And you start off with there's a ton of stormtroopers and there's like 2 Ewoks. And then as the Ewoks kill more of your people, they become Ewoks. So it's just survival.
It's like
Yeah.
zombies.
Yeah.
Or like
so you just
infested,
like
I mean.
so you're just like you hear these like because you also as an Ewok you have this like horn that you can blow, and and so like you'll be like walking through the woods and you'll just hear this horn go off and you see all these like little Ewoks running at you. It's so funny.
That's brilliant.
It's really good. Like I was very surprised at like how fun that mode was, and then the game from there kind of goes downhill. It gets really boring.
It happens.
It's Battlefront 2 is not that good. At least the new one isn't. The original was fun.
I would like to play it, but you know.
Yeah. Let's just sit here in silence for the next 50 minutes.
You know, maybe.
We might just.
Oh,
Yeah, that's God. I don't like. I don't know, man. I just don't want to, and I don't want to consume any Disney.
yeah. It's hard though because everything is
They own
fucking
everything.
Disney.
It's
I don't
know.
very PogChamp.
It isn't. Like I don't. I mean, the only thing they have that I slightly care about now, I feel like, is like Star Wars, and it's not the Mandalorian specifically.
Specifically the Mandalorian. I don't care about anything. What's it called anymore?
Because they're kind of what?
Anything Disney anymore.
Yeah, Because like they're gonna make a Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, but like I don't care. You know,
Aren't they bringing back Ewan McGregor?
I
Even though
if
it's been like 20
they
years.
should, I don't. But I hopefully they should cast him because he was great.
It was
Um,
very good.
it's a very good like he just
Whoever
iconic.
did the 3D Clone Wars, Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor? No, 3D Clone Wars Obi-Wan was also very, very good.
The character is no longer Obi-Wan, it's Ian
Oh, it's Ewan
McGregor.
McGregor.
Yeah.
You just watch Birds of Prey. Why is Obi-Wan Kenobi in here?
Oh, was he in that movie?
Yeah, he's the main bad guy.
I never saw it. I heard it was really bad. Just underwhelming.
What?
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
I don't care about much about Harley Quinn.
Women.
Or her. No, it's not even that. I just don't. It looked boring. I don't care
It was fine.
because it's the same. Like, I mean, I'm sure. What's her name? Marco
Margot
Rubio.
Robbie.
Marco Robbie is like.
You mean
I'm sure
Marco
she.
Rubio,
Marco Rubio.
the
I don't.
politician.
Yeah.
Now I gotta see it. Now I gotta see Marco Rubio as Harley Quinn.
That it needs to happen, and it will. I'll make it happen. Um. Yeah.
Yeah, but Margot Robbie's brilliant as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, no, she's good. It's just I don't know. I didn't I
I
don't care
will
much for
say
superheroes. I don't think.
that's fair. That's fair.
I just wanted to see how the Avengers ended because I saw too many of them at that point. I got sucked in and I just had to see how it ended.
Yeah, now that like that story arc is done from Iron Man 1 to Endgame, I'm done. I'm
I
done.
don't care. I don't care anymore.
I watch anime now.
Yeah. Anime is my new friend.
If I want some cool fight scenes, I'll watch anime.
Honestly though.
But
I just don't care. I just don't care.
I like DC a lot. I think
guess.
their animated movies are very good. Like very, very good. They just ended an arc from the Flashpoint Paradox, where like the Flash goes back in time to save his mother and causes the downfall of Earth. And it's this whole thing.
It's this whole thing you're gonna
They kill like half of the fucking DC universe.
Oh man.
And like Starfire is half robot, so is Wonder Woman. She's half robot and shit like that. It's crazy. But like
Are they gonna pull a cop out though, like they did with Infinity War with Endgame? Because that was great. That was great.
Like
I love that. I loved how half the universe died. That was great. Just keep it that way then.
What happened was they all like they killed the main bad guy. And they're all sitting there talking about what to do. And they decided to send the Flash back in time again to stop himself from going back in time. But like it's kind of a cop out because it started because he went back in time, and now it's ending because he's going back in time. So it's just it's a thing. But the anime movies are amazing. Their in-person movies are not so great. Like none of the Superman movies. No, Man of Steel is fine. None of the Batman movies are good.
What, you're telling me Batman vs Superman isn't good?
Yes.
Never saw it.
Neither is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 1 is fine. Wonder Woman 2, fuck that movie.
What's the one that just came out?
Wonder Woman 2, 1984. It's not good.
Not good.
It's not good.
Do you see it?
Yeah. It's very the main bad guy. There's two main bad guys. The one, there's a fight scene for about 12 seconds, and then that's it. The other one, he gets talked down because he's a bad guy, whatever. She's like, think of your child, and he goes, oh, and then that's it.
Isn't that how DC movies go, though? Isn't that how it happens in Batman vs Superman? They're like, my mother died, and he's like, mine is dead too, and they're like,
Martha.
Oh, maybe we could be friends.
I will say the Batman fight scene when she goes to save Martha is brutal.
Also, Superman would win.
He
quite obviously.
He had a Kryptonian power suit. So
how did it?
Batman, bitch.
That's like something you come up with on the playground. We're
I'm
gonna play
Superman.
Batman.
You're Batman. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fight you. I have a Krypton suit.
Yeah, I have a Krypton suit now. You can't beat me. That's cheating. That's literally cheating. I'm gonna go tell the teacher, and you're gonna get detention. I'm gonna tell her you hit me.
But yeah, Wonder Woman 1984. They make the main plot of the movie again about the guy, and it's like he didn't need to be here again.
Didn't need to be here. Isn't it? It's called Wonder Woman. Though. It should be about Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. Not about Chris Pine.
Fuck superhero movies. No one cares. And if you do care, why?
I care. Specifically about super villain movies.
I wonder if WandaVision's any good. I've seen commercials for that. It looks interesting. I'm intrigued by it.
The girls have watched it, and they said it was fine. Well, they said it was good. They said they liked it, but I'm not going to get myself invested in that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, it's trippy as fuck, but like that's kind of the point.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm intrigued by. Is I'm like, what's all the deal with the time, with like the style of it? You know, like what? I wonder how that plays in with everything.
Yeah.
So
what I've gathered from just watching commercials is that Wanda, Enchantress, is that her name? No, that's DC.
what's her like superhero name?
Yeah.
It's Wanda something.
I don't remember her superhero name. But Wanda
Woman.
Wanda Woman. That's funny. She like Vision's dead, and Vision was her like BF. And he's dead, and she is like making a place where he's alive and like life is perfect and shit, and it's slowly deteriorating around her.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I forgot Vision died. Spoiler, but come on, you should have seen it.
He didn't get snapped out of existence. He got his fucking stone ripped out of his head. That's a fucking plot point that could have been avoided.
Ripping the stone out of his head?
Like they were disconnecting the stone from his head so he could live. Why didn't he just leave? Like he can run for a while. Like go to the opposite side of the earth. And then Thanos would have to go to the opposite side of the earth.
Well, but you still get on. But then Thanos had to and then Thanos came in and said, "I'm just gonna take that," and he's like, you know.
No, what he did was Wanda killed him, and that was like super emotional for her. And then he rewound time to bring him back, then rip the stone out of his.
That's great.
That was
got him.
Like that was like a really emotional moment because everyone was dying. Or everyone was like losing to Thanos, but like that moment was like, that's some bad guy shit. That's some good bad guy shit.
You know why Infinity War was fantastic? It's because you didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah,
you literally had no idea what was gonna happen. You were like it's like because most of the time you're just like, I mean, it looks like Thanos might win, but like totally not, right? Like he's not gonna win, and then he did, and then it ended, and I was like.
Fantastic.
Now what?
Brilliant movie.
And then Endgame came around and it's like everyone's happy and Captain America's old. And I'm like I don't care if Iron Man died. That's not. Come on. Like
I mean, he's my favorite character, but like
well, yeah, but like is it really that surprising?
It's not like a big like either Captain America or Iron Man was gonna die.
Like Iron Man and then Vision, I guess. But like
in the comic books, fucking everyone dies. Literally, like half the Avengers die.
I wish it would stay that way. I wish they just killed all of them, and then you have to deal. And then like they beat Thanos, but like at this huge loss.
That's what's great about the DC like that animated one. They all die and they stay dead.
Good. That's how it should be. Because that make things interesting, and then you'd be like, okay, now we have to live in this like world where half the population's gone, and probably like, things are extremely fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd be interesting. But
what was the who was at the AA meeting? Oh, Captain America. There was like the there was like a meeting where it's like people who lost their spouses or whatever to the snap.
Yeah,
They
the
sit in a
snap.
room.
Yeah, there's like this huge like cultural thing.
That was really funny.
And then Ant-Man was gone for most of it or whatever.
Yeah, and then he came back because he was in the
Well,
quantum zone.
yeah, cause he was falling forever. Um, he was in the quantum zone.
He
He
wasn't
came
falling.
back.
He was just in the quantum zone, and then everyone outside of the quantum zone got snapped. So he came back and it was fucking no one.
Just like, what the fuck happened?
He's like, "Hello."
That was
Knocks
good.
on his door. It's his child is like 10 years older. It's like, no, his child's 5 years older. She was only like 6 in the movie. She'd be 11. That was an
I
11-year-old girl.
so the original Ant-Man, I like the idea. Like I kind of enjoyed it. You know, it wasn't a great movie, but I just love the idea of Ant-Man. Just like he can grow really tiny and like still be super strong. It's like
I
super
know.
cool.
I don't like the way they did it
Yeah.
because um he has the same density as like that. All that's changing is his density. That's what the power is.
Hmm.
But he went smaller than an atom, but he's made of atoms. So like you can only go as small as a collection of atoms
Yeah.
because eventually there'll be no more space for his atoms to condense to. Um,
You know what I think is also a problem with these
hmm.
Marvel and like even Star Wars. You know what's the problem is because the writing is all similar, where they have like they try to like throw this like humor and this like haha it's funny like funny like constantly throwing jokes at you because like even Avengers did it like they were constantly like there's always a funny moment and it's like like and Star Wars and the new ones do the same thing the two that I saw, they do the same thing. And it's like the writing style is so similar because they're constantly trying to throw in these little like because I haven't seen the new movie, but my my friends were like, you need to see this one scene where when they were like when we were in the theater, everyone started laughing, and it's the least funny thing. It was just so they're being chased by this thing, and they're like, oh, I forget exactly what they say. It won't be funny if I don't know exactly how to say it, but it's the scene they're being chased and they all just repeat like one of them says something, then the other says something, and then the other says something, and it's supposed to be funny. And it's like not everything has to be funny, man.
Yeah,
Just allow it to happen. Don't don't eat quips all
that's
the time.
why Ragnarok is my top movie because those jokes in Ragnarok are actually funny.
They hit.
They hit like the Avengers jokes. Specifically, what I'm thinking about is like I'm bringing the party to you, and Black Widow goes, I wouldn't. We have very different definitions of a party. Like that's not funny at all. Oh, Scarlet
Haha,
Witch,
no,
by
I'm
the way.
funny.
Scarlet Witch, that's Wanda.
Scarlet Witch. Okay. Okay. Now I know. Now we know.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Don't know. Now we know.
No.
But yeah, that's the what's it called? The thing.
The podcast.
It's the podcast. Speaking of podcasts, Carson, what you been listening to?
So let's get right into it. So recently I've been listening to actually they put the Persona 5 soundtrack on Spotify. That's Megalovania, man.
What are you talking about? It's Persona 5.
That's Undertale.
What are you talking about? It's Undertale 5.
Undertale 5. Deltarune. No, that's I think you're thinking Last Surprise. I think that's what you were gonna
No,
try
I was
humming.
going for Megalovania.
Oh, sweet. But
I have no idea what the
they
Persona 5 is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Last Surprise.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's a good
The soundtrack is fantastic, and there's a game that is coming out recently, or it's going to come out soon, called Persona 5 Scramble. It's like a Dynasty Warriors game, but it's Persona, and they did a remix or a new rendition of Last Surprise, and it's so good. So that's what I've been listening to mainly, and also Persona 5 music. Some of it's like really good, like chill stuff to put on in the background,
Yeah.
like
It has
Beneath
no
the
lyrics,
Mask.
right?
Yeah, it's called Beneath the Mask. and it's just like this like chill like kind of like just like something to like relax to and just like do work with in the background. So that's what I've been listening to. How about you, Michael?
I haven't really listened to new things. I've been going through my weekly trying to find things I really like. But like everything is like okay, but nothing's been like, oh, I really like this. The Rich Girl by the Rex, so fucking good. Like really fucking good.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that already,
Yeah, you mentioned
but
that last week.
yeah, it's
That's
so
why I
good.
started listening to it because it's really really good.
It's an awesome cover of Rich Girl.
The like first like drop,
Mm-hmm.
for lack of a better term,
Yeah,
so good, so
I
good.
know. They have this thing, the Rex, they, like with two songs they did a Static and then this cover of Rich Girl
Mhm.
where they posted a little sneak peek of it, and they always have parts in these songs where they like they do like a drop, and they always cut off the preview right at that part, and I'm like,
We
I
love
need to
that.
know
I
what
love
happens
that.
next. I need to
Better
know what
than any Avengers
happens.
movie. The
Yes,
suspense, way better than
way better. Way better than any of the Avengers. All those years, 10 plus years of building up that story, way better.
Gotta rely on the old man's money.
You're
Rely on the old man's money.
gonna-
That song and then Imposter Syndrome by Sydney Gish is also pretty good. But yeah, I've been just listening to Rich Girl like on repeat.
Yeah.
I have this thing where I have like a series of 3 or 4 songs in my liked songs that I would listen to over and over and over and over again. And like every so often I'll go back to like these different selections. Like it's like 4 songs and then like 9 songs that like I kind of listen to, and then these 4 songs and these like so I have like this series of it's Cologne.
Mhm.
Um, where is it? Where is it? I got it. I got it. I believe it. I got 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 it. Oh my god! I say so many fucking songs. It's Cologne, A Legit State, and Honey by Red Hearse. That is a series of 3 songs that I listen to. Like they're all the same kind of vibe, and I listen to them over and over again. But now for me, it's Rich Girl, Rich Girl, Heartbreak Pulsar this December. I listen to that over and over again.
For me, I guess because I don't have like an album this week, I can't think of an album to recommend, but there's like 2 songs I can think of, and like for me recently, what I've been listening to on repeat has definitely been the Rich Girl cover, um,
Yeah.
some of the Persona 5 music, and then the Rex were also in a new song recently called "Never Learn" by Good Boy Daisy featuring the Rex. Um, which is good. And then also, sorry, this is my music. This is my suggestion for the week. Royal Blood, also a band that I liked a lot when I was younger, and like they're good, but I don't listen to them a whole lot. They released a song recently called Typhoon that is different from what they've been doing, but like still very much them, and it's very good. So, Typhoon by Royal Blood. Those are my recommendations for the week.
Nice. I'm gonna recommend this guy who I recommended one of his songs a while ago, but might as well just recommend his album, "Plastic Paradise" by Baby Fuzz. He's fine.
I recommend this. It's just okay.
I like his song "Sig" a lot, but I haven't really listened to a lot of his other stuff. But yeah, thank you.
Well, I believe that wraps it up for today.
I think so.
Thanks for listening. It's been quite the
It's
episode.
been a bit, you know. If you have any suggestions of what we should talk about, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know because it's becoming hard.
We're doing the same thing every week,
I'm getting hard.
as in not as in the podcast, because we're very good at doing this podcast.
Yeah, I'm great.
We're
I'm
doing
awesome.
amazing. But in terms
It's
of
good.
like daily things, you see that bed? I sleep there for like 12 hours a day. I come here and I watch YouTube for 12 hours a day. That's it. It's my
Yeah,
whole life.
I sit here at this desk. I do some work and then I like play some games and then I go to my bed.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's really sad. I need help.
It's a hard life.
It's
But you can make it
hard.
better. We love you. We'll check you out later.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I'm gonna tickle you.